Is there anything more satisfying than blasting dirt away with a pressure washer? Welcome to Big Ted's Home and Garden. In today's video we're going to have a go at cleaning this filthy block paved patio. These brindle blocks have not been cleaned for a couple of years. You can see that apart from the general dirt and grime, there's also lots of vegetation, there's moss between the pavers, and there's also white lichen all over them. That's what the white spots are. So I've moved all the garden furniture and the plant pots onto the lawn. And this is the pressure washer I'm going to use. It's a Karcher K4. The first thing I'm going to do though is get rid of the bulk of the larger weeds with this grass trimmer. That can't do anything about the moss or the white lichen though. So now it was time to set up the pressure washer. With the Karcher there's two options for cleaning these slabs. The first one is the dirtblaster lance. The dirtblaster lance does a fantastic job of clearing the dirt and the white lichen off the pavers, and it does a fantastic job of clearing out the dirt and the moss from the gaps in between them. The problem is though, look at where all that dirt's gone. So the windows might look a mess, but the pavers are nice and clean. The second option is this, the T5 surface cleaner. You can get surface cleaners like this for all pressure washer brands. There are two rotating nozzles, and you can change the force applied by the nozzles by adjusting the distance from the surface. For softer surfaces like wood, you have the nozzles higher up. For harder surfaces like these pavers, you lower them as low as possible. You adjust the height by turning this dial on top of the surface cleaner. The main advantages of using the surface cleaner are speed. It's much faster to use than the dirtblaster lance, so it's ideal if you've got to clean a large area. And also it's much cleaner to use. You get a lot less spray when using a surface cleaner than you do when you're using the lance. The downside is, because that dirty water has not been sprayed all over the place, it goes back onto the surface, so it's harder to see what you've actually cleaned. This is especially true if you've got dark coloured pavers like these. If the surface is flat like this one, the water will sit on it. So I find it best to switch over to the Usingvario Jet Lamps every few minutes. I just put it on the medium setting and use it to drive off the surface water and sand. And now you can clearly see the areas which have been cleaned and which haven't, and how much difference the surface cleaner's made. This clip shows you how much mud was actually washed off the main part of the patio. The joints are the hardest bits are clean, so if you've managed to clear all the mud and vegetation out of the gaps, the chances are that the pavers will be clean as well. If you do find any spots of lichen or vegetation that the surface cleaner's missed, you can always blast them out using the dirtblaster lance afterwards. You also need to use the dirtblaster lance to clean up any tight corners, and it's great for cleaning up areas like these coping stones on top of this wall. While I'm doing this, I'd be grateful if you'd subscribe to my channel. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it makes a big difference to small channels like mine. Just hit the subscribe button below. So this is what the patio looked like the next morning after it had dried out a little bit. You can see it's much better than it was. Even my son commented on it, said, "Oh, your patio looks a lot better, Dad." And if I zoom in, you can see how clean the pavers are. So the brindle block paving looks a lot better. The coping stones look a lot better. All that's left to do now is to resand the joints. The gaps between the pavers need to be refilled now with sand. It's best to use kiln dried paving sand, as this flows into the gaps better. It's a simple job. Brush the sand slowly over the pavers, and the fine dry sand will fall into the gaps and fill the joints. I'll put a link to another short video I made a couple of years ago on resanding block paving. The link will pop up at the end of the video. You can see this is looking better already. I'll also put Amazon links to all the equipment used in the video description below. Once you've filled all the gaps, you're going to sweep off any excess sand. You don't have to remove every last grain of sand, the wind and rain will do that. You might notice that I've not used any cleaning detergents in this video, but I will be looking at these very shortly, so make sure you subscribe to Big Ted's Home and Garden. All I need to do now is replace the pots and the garden furniture, and we're ready for summer, if it ever arrives. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, leave a thumbs up. Any questions, leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Big Ted's Home and Garden. I'll see you soon.